Yeah, all of South America is just declaring war on Germany. That must be historical, but I don't understand why it's happening so late.
I don't think it is.
A lot of South America did end up helping the Allies. I know that much. I'm aware of that much.
God damn it.
Turkey declared war on Germany. Egypt declared war on Germany. Oh my god. Germany, the whole world is turning against you.
See, I should have stockpiled my military goods for a potential war. But my dumbass didn't do it. Oh well, live and learn, right?
Syria declared war on Germany. Oh dear.
All of the Middle East is declaring war on Germany. You got your alliance back with Turkey.
Yep. I think the world really wants Germany to die. The only thing stopping anyone from conquering Germany right now, I think, is military goods. Everybody else is neutered. But I believe that I could stop them if I wanted to.
Yeah, you probably could.
Did you do something big that just caused that lag spike?
No.
Oh,
Just
who the
build.
fuck did it then?
I don't know. I'm just building things. I only built like 6 things. don't see how that would cause a lag spike.
Usually that happens when massive amounts of troop orders are given. Oh, did you notice, by the way, there were also a couple Australian troops that showed up, I think. Yeah, maybe some New Zealand. I couldn't really tell apart from the flags.
Under construction. Yakutski.
China and the USSR are no longer at war.
Oh, he completely killed my fucking oil. How much am I spending now? Oh, damn it.
Argentina declared war on Germany. I see you're militarizing the hell out of your remaining Indochina, by the way.
Only a few.
Fair enough, though. I didn't say you couldn't. That was not part of our agreement. I'm curious, though. You're building like half a dozen land productions. Why did you spread them all out?
I don't know.
I'm just wondering if there was like a strategy to it, because that just costs you more money. So I was curious if there was a reason.
Nope, no reason to the rhyme. I just said, "Nah, I have no idea," so I just, eh.
Understandable. Understandable.
Still learning things here and there about this game. Still learning.
Yeah, I mean, like, I like to stack things and use a full hex because every new military complex is a bunch of industrial goods and resources and yada yada. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Filters.
You've taken Soviet oil, and yet the Soviets are somehow positive on oil. I don't get that. Oh my god. Well, I just progressed into Cold War era tech. Like, my UI changed for it and everything. Wow. Wow.
Well, so happy for you.
Thanks,
I'm so
buddy.
happy. Yay.
I appreciate the support. You must really also, I figure by this point, maybe be considering that maybe wiping out the allies in the Axis might be easier? Huh. Or is that not on the table?
No, I'm beginning to change my mind.
Even with 3 years. I gave you 3 full years. That is like all of today again.
I'm not going to recover from that. There's no way.
I think you could recover. And I think you could become at least as powerful as you were, if not a little bit more. Directly. I'm not including powerful in terms of your colonies, of course, because now China is free. That's a different thing.
Alright, let's turn the supply level off, so I can't. Because I can't build because there's a unit on it? Is that fucking why? I just can't build. maybe if the supply can start to spread a little bit.
You could still surrender if you want. You're in no place to take over the Axis and the Allies. And as of right now, I've allied with most of the Allies. I don't care to invade the Axis because it's keeping you in this position. All I see that I have to do is wait a few years. It's almost a full year has passed already. I just have to wait 2 more years. And because you can't produce anything, I'm pretty confident I could take over the rest of your land. I'm pretty confident that I could invade your mainland and there'd be little you could do. But if you want to put up a fight, those are the things that I recommend you do. Because those are what I did once I watched in horror and embarrassment and shame as my war with Canada went so poorly.
Well, as much as that sounds like a plan, I'm gonna, yeah. I'm at that
Surrender?
point. Yeah, I'm done.
You give up?
I lost Thailand and Siam, and that's it.
Oh yeah, it's the craziest. All you've lost is Thailand. That's all you've lost.
That's all it took.
That's all it took, and now you're just internally ravaged. And you don't now you don't even feel like you could do anything. That's crazy. Such a little thing. I guess morale's a hell of a drug, huh? Well, shit.
Yeah.
So
all
that's
right,
it?
sir. I surrender to you. You win.
Okay. Wow. Well, thank you
GG.
Thank you for the fun fight. Thank you for putting up that fight that you did. Thank you for humoring the role play interaction there. I very much look forward to us being able to do that in the Cold War and other scenarios as well.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Especially the Cold War. I want to see us each play each superpower in the Cold War. I think that would be so much fun. That was really cool. Even though most of this wasn't PvP, it was interesting. It had an interesting build-up. The war in Europe made very interesting situations happen. It progressed very interestingly. The strategies that were used were definitely interesting. I've learned a little bit more about World War II for next time we play it. I think you've learned a lot about just the game in general.
Oh yeah.
And yeah.
See, what hurt me is that I was actually, well, not fully on supporting Germany, but I gave them about like 80,000 tons of fucking military goods.
Oh, you did? Really?
That really
See,
fucking,
I
that
found it
killed
really
me.
weird.
I didn't think anybody was going to attack them, but see, if I would have saved that in addition to what I would have had, I would have had plenty of ammo to fight you off.
You would have had plenty of ammo, and if you had that extra amount, I 100% think that you could have conquered the Philippines, which could have complicated things. I was going to say, if I accomplished the goals I had set out to do, and you took the Philippines, even though I won, I was still going to feel it. Because I had poured so much money into the Philippines and developed them since the start of the playthrough. If you look at them right now, look at their military production. I made like several military hubs. If you actually go to your military statistics in your regional atlas and turn on colonies, and this is where I thought you would look and see it, they are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. They're the 8th most military producing country in the world, and they're not even a country. They are number 8. They have more military production than Spain, Finland, South Africa, Australia, Romania, Sweden, Portugal. They are only behind, and they have the exact same amount of production as China. That took a lot of money to pull off. Plus, I also made Puerto Rico militarized. I don't know if you noticed that either. They're not nearly as militarized because their population was so much lower. I just gave them a little bit to help me with anything that happened in the Americas. I wanted their troops to help me. They came in handy during Canada, I'll tell you that much. But yeah, I put so much effort into developing the Philippines because I knew if I wanted to actually focus on beating you decisively, I could not defend the Philippines unless I annexed it. I didn't want to annex it because I knew that you would know that I would defend it. I wanted to leave it as a colony because I thought, and I think I thought correctly, that you would underestimate a colony.
And I did.
And you did, yes.
Very badly.
And the military production there is pretty high. Actually, I'm not going to lie. Half of their land production and air production, about half of it, maybe even half of their naval production, was not there until after the war. That much I will tell you. Half of their production was not there until after the war, and the only reason it's there now is because I gave them a fuck ton of resources during the war that allowed them to make it, because they were suffering the same industrial goods problem as the rest of the world, and I didn't want to bail them out while I was building myself up.
Yeah.
Simultaneously, I find it really funny, going back to the Germany thing. The whole time I found it so weird, and it didn't make sense to me that you were so distanced and opposed from the Axis. I was like, don't you understand that this is your greatest chance to win? Is by helping the Axis become strong? Because I'm not going to flip Hitler to liking me. That would be so difficult. Maybe I could do it, but I wouldn't gain anything. And they're on your mainland, right? If you got through the Soviet Union, you helped Germany, you got together with that. Like, I was waiting for it, which is, I got real happy when the Axis splintered. I had already planned the entire playthrough to side with the Allies. I just didn't ally until the time was right, because I didn't want you to like have a hint of my plan. I see we had similar plans though, and the reason I didn't want you to have a hint of the plan is because I didn't want you to help the Axis. I didn't want you to help them, so I didn't help the Allies directly, which ended up making a whole nother situation that actually ended up winning me the game, I guess. I was also afraid to ally with the Middle East. I wanted to kind of serve as a blocking force, but I knew you had a big military. So I didn't want to have to defend something on the opposite side of the world that I didn't have the force projection to be able to stop you from doing while safely protecting my homeland as well.
Right.
So I avoided. Did you notice that with my alliances, though, and with everything I was doing, I slowly over the decade got closer and closer to you with them? Did you notice that?
Yes, I did.
I was each time I got a new round of allies getting closer to you, I basically was saying to my footage like, hey, let's see what happens if I do this. Let's see if he'll catch on. Let's see if we can test him. Let's see what he does. Let's see what he says if I do this. I did a lot of little things like that. Built up the Philippines.